Hey everybody, Hart from iHeartWine here once again. Today from my kitchen, where I'm going to be making a Caesar salad from scratch to go with my Chianti Classico this evening. Hopefully I'll talk a little bit about the ingredients here while I'm making the Caesar salad, as well as some of the basics of Chianti while we're doing this here. Doing this live. I have no pre-made salad in the background like they do on those cooking shows. So let's see how this goes, all right? Well, first thing, let's pour some wine. Wine while cooking, one of the best things. I love enjoying some wine while I'm cooking. I hope you do too. All right, just real quick. That's a nice light color. It's a light ruby. Again, this is a Chianti Classico. You can tell by the little black rooster on the front. That is the official symbol of Chianti. I'll put that right up to the screen there. Can you see that? There you go. Here's your black rooster. All right. Thought about getting a little black rooster tattoo at one point in time. Didn't happen, just for the record. Yeah, so that is the Gallo Nero, or the black rooster, all right? And then again, Chianti Classico is the original area of Chianti. Chianti has since been expanded a little bit. There's a lot of debate about that. Some people are really not happy about it. Classico would be the original area, okay? And that's where this comes from. Cantina del Bacco is available at Triple B Liquors, $14.99 a bottle. This is 2016. I'm not going to get too much into tasting notes yet, but nice and light. Can be a little earthy sometimes, Chianti Classico in general. Well, without too much further ado, let's get into the Caesar salad preparation here. I'm going to start with my anchovies. Don't be afraid of the anchovies. Some people freak out about anchovies. They don't want them, they don't like them, they think they don't like them at least. But they're very good. So I'm going to start with 2 anchovies there. What the heck. I'm going to start with 3 anchovies just because I like anchovies, okay? All right. And our second ingredient is garlic. Some minced garlic here. What do I do with my little spoon? There we go. I just happen to have little demi-tasse spoons here to make it good. A little measuring here, so I'm just gonna put the garlic and the anchovies in there. And with the back of my spoon in a traditional wooden bowl, if you can have a flat bottom wooden bowl, it's probably the best for this, especially if you get an unfinished one. Pardon my dog getting a little crazy over there in the background. There he's likes some anchovies himself. So, all right, and then I'm just using, again, the back of my spoon, all right, to make a paste. Some people just use anchovy paste. I think that's a little lazy. You're gonna have to crush up the garlic anyway. Why not just use whole anchovies and start with that, all right? So we are going to start there. Okay, just going to make a little paste out of my anchovies and garlic. Just make sure it's fairly squished up. Again, it doesn't have to be totally squished yet because we're going to do a little bit more of this in just a second. All right. Don't want to lose any of it. Just using a little fork here. Scrape it off my spoon. All right. Now we need some lemon juice. All right, so I'm going to use lemon here. My fork in the lemon just to really get a good dose out of that lemon. All right, well, it's quite a bit of juice actually. So I think that's all I'm going to use. All right. I'm not going to use the other half of lemon. All right, we'll give that just a little more of a swirl here. Get some of those flavors incorporated. Use the lemon juice to help break down the anchovy and garlic a little bit. this time I'm going to put in my other ingredients. Sometimes I'll put the egg in first, egg yolks to be specific. All right. Today I'm going to put some of my other ingredients in first, okay? So it's another, people use two different types of mustard sometimes. Sometimes we'll use Dijon mustard, Grey Poupon, all right? I'm today using the Coleman's powdered mustard. It definitely gives it a little more of a kick. If that's too much for you, you definitely want to go with the Dijon mustard, okay? So I'm just gonna throw that in there, all right? Have my Worcestershire sauce, Lean Parents. Give that a little shake first. All right, and just a couple dashes of that. Don't want to get crazy with the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce, as some people like to say. All right, time for another sip of wine. Okay. A little squish around there. Just kind of get the powder incorporated into the rest of my mixture here so far. Okay. Now I gotta get the egg yolks. Probably the hardest part of this whole process. I'll start with a couple eggs here. Do room temperature eggs. All right. And don't ever try to separate them directly over top of the bowl. Same with, just like when you're making anything with eggs, you really want to try to open them separately first, okay? You never put them directly into the batter. God forbid you have a bad egg. All right. All right. And I'm just flipping it back and forth. I don't know if you can see that. Flipping it back and forth between the two halves of the shell here. Okay, to separate the egg yolk. All right, I want to do that, 2 of those. If you're doing anything that ever would call for egg whites, you may want to keep them, or perhaps you want to eat them for breakfast tomorrow morning. Okay. And again, you can adjust this recipe however you feel like as far as how much it makes, all right? So there's my 2 egg yolks into the bowl. And just gonna give that a little swish around here. Okay. The Chianti Classico, again, just some notes about the wine. We have made with the Sangiovese grape, Sangiovese. All right, and sometimes you'll find a reserve or grand reserve style of Chianti. That just means it's been aged a little longer. You are going to pay a little more for those varieties, but usually well worth it. Okay. All right, now. Our next and probably the most important ingredient as far as how we put it in the bowl at least is our olive oil. This is Bono Carisi. Carisi happens to be another winemaker that we carry in the store. But we also have some olive oil from them. Okay. And wine and olive oil, keys to great health for thousands of years now. All right, so while we're swirling this here, I'm just going to start slowly adding in the olive oil, all right? I'm going to pick up speed a little bit. So we want to start like thickening this here with the egg yolk, okay? So the egg yolk and the olive oil and the lemon all together are going to cause this to thicken a little bit, all right? You don't want to get too crazy here. Again, the wooden bowl definitely helps this process here. Very traditional way to do this. Okay. I'm going to like almost whisk this together here. Should start to thicken up a little bit. I do find that the eggs being room temperature helps as well. Okay, we're going to put a little salt and pepper in here. Like I was saying, the Chianti can be either earthy or fruity. This one's a little more on the fruity side. Cherry, raspberry kind of flavors. You also traditionally get a little bit of a balsamic taste in Chianti, which is lovely. Thickening it up nicely there. Let's give this a little taste. See what we think. Gotta need a little more oil. Just slowly adding in the oil. Good extra virgin olive oil has a lovely nuttiness to it as well. Goes great with the Chianti's, that balsamic, of course, balsamic tasting wine and the olive oil. You know, what a great combination, traditional Italian combination there, all right? Give it another taste here. I would normally not do that table side for you, all right? Oh, very nice. Garlic anchovies, all right? Delicious. All right, now for our final top secret ingredient. Not really, very traditional. Cheese, all right? If you can grind it fresh, you know, that's really the way to go. All right, Pecorino Romano, Parmesan Reggiano. This is Parmesan Reggiano. Nice good cheese there. Give this another swirl. Okay. Beautiful. And now I'm going to put in my lettuce. All right, this I did actually pre-cut. All right, pre-cut ahead of romaine hearts. Always want to go with the hearts. Okay. Caesar salad at least. Again, we're gonna toss this around here. That looks delicious. Time for another sip of wine. That was a long time between sips, actually. Okay. Again, that's the Cantina del Bacco, available at Triple B Liquors, $14.99. Mostly Sangiovese grape. They are allowed to blend other grapes in there as well. Traditionally, it was white wine they actually blended in with the Sangiovese to lighten it up a little bit. Nowadays, they're allowed to put just about anything in there, especially in those outlying areas of Chianti. The Chianti Classico section, I think, tries to stay a little more traditional. So again, it's a lovely soft wine. Can tend to be a little more earthy. I do like it a little more on the earthy side. This one's pretty fruity. Still has that, again, balsamic sweetness to it, as well as a touch of a spice note at the end. But it's going to go great with the Caesar salad. It would go great with almost any Italian dish that you're making. Let's just give this one more little toss around here. Let's get this plated up so that I can eat some dinner. All right. Put this in the bowl. I'm gonna give it a little more pepper on top, as well as a little more grated cheese. Of course, this is all to your taste and preference. And I am going to put a little chicken on it tonight. Chicken is not traditional Caesar salad thing. Go to Italy. I know here in America we put a lot of proteins on top of our salads to make them more of a meal. That is not traditional. Let me get a good final look at that. That's a beautiful Caesar salad there. Again, it's going to go great with this Chianti, which I need to pour myself a little bit more of. Thank you for joining me again here on iHeartWine. Hope you liked this episode. Again, something a little different coming from the kitchen. If you did, please comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video if you did enjoy it. Or even if you didn't, please still subscribe. I have some other great content out there trying to make wine simple for you. If you have any questions about what to pair wine with, what you would like to see in the future, please just again let me know. Either comment down below, message me on any of the social media. I'm on Instagram at iHeartWine, Facebook as well, iHeartWine. It's all one word and no E, H-A-R-T, iHeart. My name is Hart, wine.com, all right? Buona salute, good health, and I hope you heart your wine as much as I do. Have a great night. So good. Oh, you're still watching? Hi. Really, what are you still doing here? Did you hit that subscribe button yet? Comment down below. Don't forget to share this video. All right, get out of here.